Welcome to Chamber Exchange, the TV show. My name is Tim Murray, President and CEO of the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce. And Chamber Exchange, the TV show, is an opportunity for us to have guests to talk about issues of economic development, workforce training, education, issues that are all central to the central Massachusetts economy. I want to thank Bank Hometown for making Chamber Exchange, the TV show, happen. Thrilled to have with us in this segment Ruth Seward, who is the coordinator of nightlife education at the Worcester Public Schools. Welcome, Ruth.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Well, Ruth, sometimes people hear Worcester Night Life, and it might mean different things to different people, but it is a program within the Worcester Public Schools that focuses on adults and provides a whole variety of training, some which one might describe as kind of more fun or hobby related, but a significant number of those programs are about training people for today's workforce, upgrading their skills.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a tale of two programs. One is just what you said, retraining people. So we are actually starting a diesel technology retraining program. Strangely, it's over at South High this time, not just Worcester Tech. So I've expanded a little bit outside of Worcester Tech. But at Worcester Tech, people are very familiar with our welding courses, our electrical code and theory courses, our plumbing courses, phlebotomy, certified medical assistants. All of those are classes that will get you training and help you to pass licensure tests and help you with your career advancement. But then the other classes, the community classes, what I would say are extra fun classes, we have a lot of them this year, and we're in person. And some of the classes that we've set up are quilting and cooking and knitting, just all kinds of fun, quick, sometimes they're just one and done classes, and sometimes they're a short series of classes.
Right. And we're not against fun here at the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce, but I want to focus on those issues that are kind of job related in terms of retraining and creating new career opportunities for people, because the single biggest issue that we hear from our members, regardless of the size of the company or the sector they're in, is the need for workforce, the access to talent and skills. And some of the careers that you just described, when we look at the Central Mass economy, healthcare is our biggest employer. Yeah. And manufacturing still is very important, and the average wage in manufacturing is higher than many other sectors. So some of those programs, and then you mentioned the Diesel Tech program, that was a program in the high school. Yeah. It's a Chapter 74 program. Worcester Technical High School, all their programs are Chapter 74. But we also tell kids and parents that many of our other high schools have some Chapter 74 programs. South High has a Diesel Tech program, a Chapter 74 program. Those kids are graduating from high school making $60,000, $70,000 a year with overtime in the Diesel Tech. Now you're creating a program in Diesel Tech utilizing the South equipment where adults who may be looking for a career change or a new opportunity, they can sign up for that.
That's exactly what we're trying to do. And so with Diesel Tech in particular, I have an outstanding instructor who is in the field of driving. He's a truck driver, but he's a diesel technologist as well. And he's informed me just how many different opportunities there are for diesel technicians. So it's truck drivers and truck diesel mechanics, but also in our own DPW in the city. They need diesel technicians. Or
I know one of our members at the Chamber Advanced Truck Group tries to grab every one of those people that graduate from the program. Yeah. So they're going to love this.
Yeah, I mean it's a shift in thinking. I was always raised to have a college education, but my husband's done very well with a blue collar profession.
He's a carpenter.
And he's a carpenter, and it's the same that we're finding.
And you and I are both hopefully done paying our loans to Fordham University.
Well, yeah, exactly. Exactly, yeah. Right. So to your point, you could graduate from high school and go right into the diesel field or the truck driving field or the diesel technology field and make a very good middle class income.
And many of those jobs then, as you're working, we have places like Quinsigamond Community College that have programs and that you get your associates and go at night and kind of still, if that's something you want to pursue, it's not necessarily an either or, but it's a different pathway with probably a lot less debt.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the nice things about nightlife is a lot of these classes are short. So for instance, with welding, it takes quite a number of classes to actually get your licensure. But our welding class is taught by an instructor who's an iron worker, who knows a lot about welding. And this class is intended to help you get your feet wet. And then speak with either me or Anthony, who's my instructor, and see what sort of career paths you could go into if that's what you want.
And welding is one of the most sought after and high paying jobs there is right now.
Absolutely.
But you mentioned, they're short programs, but many of them are credentialed and
Yes.
they get you in the door. And whether it be in the construction side, whether it be in the medical side, oftentimes companies are so, in need of employees with these skills that oftentimes once you get to the company, they're willing to help train you up even more so you can go up the career ladder in a particular field.
That, and also we are starting to get a lot of connections within each industry. So for instance, again, back to diesel technology. Part of why we implemented that is because people in the industry have let us know that they're desperate for people, and they will absolutely interview anybody who's come through our program. With our CCMA program, we have a partnership with UMass Medical.
And CCMA.
Oh, I'm sorry, Certified Clinical Medical Assistant.
Right.
And so far, all of the graduates that have wanted positions have obtained positions straight out of the program. Again, there's a licensure involved, but they're hired even before they test into their licensure, so even before they pass their state exams. Same with welding. I have manufacturing companies calling me. They're very interested in anybody who's going through even our small 20-hour course, anybody that gets familiarity. And we are partnering with the Fanning Center, the Fanning Building, the Adult Education
Right.
Center, and they do English as a second language. And so we've begun creating
And
partnerships.
just, I'm glad you brought that about, just for our viewers to know.
Yeah.
I mean, there are waiting lists for the English as a second language programs.
Yeah.
And as we talk about how do we utilize some of these one-time federal dollars, additional, monies. I mean, these are people, if we can get them those baseline skills, sometimes done in conjunction with the job training, their future is unlimited.
Yeah, what we're trying to do is help people that are in low-wage jobs or people that are unemployed get higher-paying jobs, more skilled jobs, or jobs with a future. And so if somebody is in this country and they can't speak English easily, it's very nice to have a partnership program where we can help them learn English, help them learn the vocabulary of the skill that we're training, and help them get into these positions, help the employer get good employees.
Right. And also you mentioned welding, but there's a number of programs, that have credentials or in the building trades as well, correct?
Yeah, so like I said, electrical, that's electrical code and theory, and plumbing, and master plumbers, we do that. The certified clinical medical assistants, the phlebotomy. We also have medical transcripts and medical records, and they also have licensure requirements as well. And diesel tech, and also CDL. So we run...
Such a shortage of truck drivers, yep.
And bus drivers.
Yep, that's probably it.
And so we are, our course helps people work through the permitting process, again, but we are partnered with MassHire, and our instructor, who is a bus driver, she will recruit people to then go on and help them work through the whole permitting process, get them their CDL.
So Ruth, we're out of time. We covered a lot. Not that, and like I said, we like fun, but we're going to focus on the jobs. How do people get information? Where do they go?
Go to www.worcesternightlife.org. My contact information is on there, and you can look at all the classes online.
Outstanding. Ruth Seward from Worcester Public Schools Adult Nightlife Program. We're going to come right back in just a moment to talk about some more relevant topics to Central Mass.
These days, you've got your hands full in life. That's why we help you bank simply and securely with tools like Face ID and Touch ID. It's why we make it easy to make purchases on the go and get cash back while you're at it. Why we help you quickly deposit checks wherever you are. And it's why we lend a hand with sending and receiving money right from your phone. So even when you're on the move, you can manage your finances. Bank Hometown. Unlock your potential.
Worcester, a city with heart, history, and promise. A hub of innovation in life sciences, education, and healthcare. Home to multi-generational families first-generation citizens, and next-generation baseball and hockey greats. Home to great parks, world-class museums, theaters, and restaurants. Worcester, the place to visit, to invest, and to call home.